So I thought this was interesting here. Our data show by a convergence of evidence a stable and continuous use of tea cacao and its wild relatives by the Mayo Chinchipe people in several contexts, including ritual and domestic settings from at least approximately 5,300 to 2,100 before present. Their association with both domestic contexts and in mortuary offerings in the tombs of presumably high-status individuals indicate that these plants very likely served as an important source of food, drink, medicine, stimulants, and for use in ceremonies at SALF. SALF is Santa Ana, La Florida, the site in southern Ecuador that they're discussing here. Theobroma cacao diversity has recently been classified into 10 genetic groups with 3 main old domesticated varieties. The geographic locale and approximate dates of their origin are the Criollo variety, cultivated in Mexico for approximately 3,900 years, the Nacional variety, cultivated in Ecuador for at least 500 years, and the Melanado variety, originating from Brazil and cultivated for nearly 300 years. The Zamora Chinchipe province has already been shown as a center of domestication of the fine-flavored Cacao Nacional variety of Ecuador. However, the origin of the aDNA from ceramic residues seem closer to the Purus and Curare groups than to the Nacional variety, suggesting that the Nacional variety was domesticated more recently than the Theobroma trees used between approximately 5,300 and 3,700 before present in the Santa Ana, La Florida region. Representatives of the ancestral Criollo variety introduced in Central America and cultivated by Olmec and Maya people can be identified in the current cacao population cultivated in Central America. These trees, highly homozygous, constitute one of the ancestors of the present hybrid Criollo population, named Trinitario, and are closer to the Purus and Curare genetic groups, as is the aDNA from Santa Ana, La Florida. Modern tea cacao trees belong to both genetic groups, are presently found in the Zamora Chinchipe region, where Santa Ana, La Florida is located, and these trees extend north to the Colombian Amazon region. These findings highlight the important role the Curare Purus cacao groups in the upper Amazon may have played in cacao domestication events occurring at different times, but also raise questions regarding their dispersal from Amazonia to both Pacific coast of Ecuador and to Central America. By at least 5,300 before present, the Mayo Chinchipe people were using wild species at the same time as domesticated cacao. As work continues to discover other archaeological sites of the Mayo Chinchipe and other cultures in the upper Amazon region, even earlier examples of cacao domestication may yet be found. Our study suggests that the Mayo Chinchipe people were involved in cacao domestication for several millennia while continuing to use other related species. Our findings support the hypothesis that Theobroma cacao was domesticated in South America at least 1500 before present, before it was moved to Central America and Mesoamerica. This research constitutes the earliest evidence of tea cacao use in the Americas and reveals the upper Amazon region as the oldest center for cacao domestication yet identified. That's the key there, yet identified. Future research will focus on filling the gaps between the upper Amazon region, Pacific coast, and both Central and Mesoamerica in cacao's complex domestication history, hybridization, use, and the mechanisms of its spread. This adds one more example to a growing body of evidence for the early exchange of social and economically important plants, technologies, and ideas between two continents, as well as the importance of varied environments on the margins of the Amazon region in plant domestication.